Hey chat, hey community, OG Majestic here, also known as OG Geezer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make pizza dough from a Poolish. A lot of pizza chefs, they always start off with a Poolish. A Poolish is like a starter for pizza dough or for bread. And it makes the pizza dough so much more fluffy and crispy on the outside, but fluffy on the inside. So thank you so much for tuning in, and let's get to the video. First thing you want to do, get the water. "105 grams of water." All right, for the first thing, you want 105 grams of water, and I'm gonna definitely edit this video and throw it on my website. So at least about 97 degrees, 105 grams of water.
Gentle Psycho says LeBron just broke the record. It's over.
I don't give a fuck. To be honest, I don't give a shit about LeBron. I hate that fucking asshole. Fucking political fucking dickwad. So that's 105 grams of water. Now, the next thing we're going to do is get the yeast. And for this, I'm using active dry yeast. And we'll use a better scale. This is more precise. And this calls for 2.5 grams of yeast. Active dry yeast.
RN4L says you are number 1 on the line.
So now you want 2.5 grams of active dry yeast. There you go. Well, 2.7. It doesn't matter if it's a tiny bit over by a fraction. We'll put that in the water. And then the next thing you want to do is add about 2 grams of...
Dion says pizza time.
Well, I'm going to show you guys start to finish on how to make the pizza dough. So this is the Poolish. This is step number 1, which is the Poolish. Put the honey in there, about 2 grams, 2.5 grams, doesn't really. You want to make that yeast come alive. There you go. Oh, fuck, I overdid it on the honey. It fucking slipped out on me. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, just be a little bit more sweet. Now, what you want to do, spin that around, make sure that yeast dissolves in the water. You want to put this for like 12 minutes or 15 minutes until you see bubbles. Just stir it all up, make sure it comes off that spatula too. All right. We'll wait about 15 minutes or so, or 12 minutes. Okay, next thing, we're going to get the flour ready. And it calls for 105 grams of flour. And I'm using bread flour. And this is the Poolish, chat. Whoops, a little bit too much, geezer. There we go, that's good enough. See those bubbles? That means the yeast is ready to go. So it's about 12 minutes. So far it's been 11 minutes. So the next step, chat, we pour the yeast into the flour. Get all that yeast out of there. Okay, now we just, it's like a pancake batter. You're gonna see, we just spin it around. We don't get too crazy with it. You don't, spin it around, you mix it all up. This is the easiest part. All right, there we go. That's it. That's the Poolish. So the next step on this Poolish, I'll try to get all that shit out. The next step on the Poolish, you let it sit for 1 hour, and then you put it in the refrigerator for 16 to 24 hours, and then you can make your pizza dough. Now, thank goodness for the magic of me making the yeast yesterday. Now we're going to make the pizza dough. And I have the Poolish from yesterday. That's what it looks like. That's the Poolish. Now we're going to make the pizza dough. For the pizza dough,
first thing you want to do is get the water.
because it calls for another 105 grams of water for the pizza dough. So 105 grams of water.
FGGT donator says what that Poolish talking about.
And of course I overdid it. There we go. Well, a little. There you go. 105 grams, right on the dot. Now it calls for 9 grams of salt. I'm not in the mood to use sea salt because it's going to take a long time to dissolve. I'll just use regular salt. There we go. 9 grams on the dot. Now, let's get the flour ready, because you now need 195 grams of flour. Chat. There we go, 195 grams of flour right on the dot. So what I like to do is add the salt water into the Poolish, right? Just like that. And then I have a larger mixing container right here. See that? And what I like to do, so you get all that Poolish out, you just mix it up. See how easy it comes out? Because the Poolish is sticky, so mix it, and then I like to convert it into the bigger mixing container that's on the right of me, and just like put it in here, and then we'll get a little bit more vigorous. Try to get all that fucking Poolish out, you know? All that Poolish out. Good enough, geezer. Now, go ahead and mix that. Mix it. I like a so. Then, if you have a fucking dough mixer, you can use a dough mixer. I do it by hand. It's only 2 pizza doughs here. And then you add the flour. You don't want to add all the flour at once. You want to slowly add the flour in a little bit at a time. All right, let's add the rest of the flour now for the grand finale. And we got the rest of the flour and just keep on mixing it. See, now I'm going to use my I think I'm going to use my hand now. I'm going to use my hand because it's easier at this point. Let me pull up my sleeves. But there you go. I want to incorporate all that flour. You get a workout doing this, chat. You know, you get a workout doing this, chat. And I want this to have a nice kind of smooth texture. And then we can shape the balls. And we're going to have 2 pizza balls for pizza. Knead it a little bit if you want. Add a little bit more flour if you think it's too sticky. And I think it's a little too sticky. A little more fucking flour. Plus you can get that off your fingers now. More flour. Probably gonna collect on my fingers again. More flour. There we go. See that? Let it rest for like 12 minutes. Put a damp towel on there. And we're gonna let this go for like 12 minutes, 15, 12 minutes. Okay, now it's time to shape it into balls. And we're going to go over here and shape it into balls. Bear with me, chat. That's what it looks like. We're going to divide that in 2. And what I like to do is actually weigh it out, because we're going to split this in half. And you should get about 250 grams each. So let me get a container here, a dry one. Put a little flour in it so it doesn't stick. I'm gonna weigh it out. Put a tear on that, and it should weigh 250. You know, it should be about 500 grams or over. Put a little flour in there so it doesn't stick. Otherwise it'll just fucking stick. I'm gonna take this out. Echo off. And put it in there just to see how much it weighs. So it's 524, so it's going to be 262 grams each. We're going to weigh out 262 grams each. I'm going to put a little flour on here again. Just a little bit of flour, because I want to divide it in half. I have it on my countertop. I want to chop this in half. Now, I guess I'll use this, try to get it as close as I can by chopping it in half. There we go. And now we're going to weigh it out again on the scale to make sure, you know, it's 262 each. Take this one here. That's 244. It's okay. Take some of this. 269. All right, take a little bit out. All All right, 262 each now. Now we're going to form the balls. So you just stretch, pull, stretch and pull, stretch and pull, stretch and pull. Form the balls. See? It's like a balloon. You don't want any air pockets. Then you can round it out like so. And look how pretty that ball is, chat. Look how pretty that ball is. That's a pizza ball for dough. I'm going to put it in a storage container. You want to put a little extra virgin olive oil in there. I already did that. I'll just show you for camera. You want to put extra virgin olive oil in there and rub it on the side of the balls because this is going to expand. It's going to double in size. So extra virgin olive oil, put it in the bowl, and then put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on top of that. Like so. There we go. Put the container on it and you let it out for 1 hour. It should double in size and it's ready to go. Put the oven on for like 45 minutes. Or maybe you do that beforehand. Probably give it like an hour and 20 minutes before you want to cook it. In the meantime, what you want to do is preheat your oven to 550 degrees to cook the pizza. And another thing, if you want to store it, you can store it in the refrigerator, but do it after 1 hour. Let it rise first and then store it in the refrigerator. You can store it overnight. Let's go to this one now. This way you can get the gist of what I'm doing and unfolding and stretching and pulling and stretching and pulling. Like, just like a so. Stretch and pull, stretch and pull. Like a balloon, see? Like a balloon, like a balloon, like a balloon, like a balloon. And keep on stretching and pulling it until you see a nice texture and there's no air holes. Whoops, sorry about that. As you can see a little bit better there. So you don't want no air. See, this is like a balloon. See, like a balloon? I'm sorry. See, like a balloon. See? And then you can round it out like that. Even better. And we're going to put that in the storage container just like we did with the other one. Okay, chat, so it's been about an hour and 20 minutes. Let's have a look at the pizza dough. See how it looks. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start with the pizza dough. This way it doesn't stick. And we're making the pizza dough and just want to get all the air bubbles out like so. You want to have a crust, so start from the middle, flip it over and do the same thing. Start from the middle, work your way out, spin it around, spin it around, spin it around, spin it around, spin it around. And keep doing that. You want to get all that air on the crust. Use your fingers too if you want to stretch it. You want to be able to see through it, basically. Get a better angle here, perhaps. So I'm going to show you how to maybe use your fingertips too to stretch the pizza dough. You use your knuckles and you just Let gravity do its thing, basically. Let gravity do its thing. Just like so. On the edges. Knuckles on the edges, chat. Knuckles on the edges. Like so, like so, like so. See how it looks? See how it looks. Stretch a little bit, You want the smooth side down as well when you put it on the pizza peel. The smooth side down. That looks good. So now, you can either put flour on the edge. I'm gonna just put flour like right here. We'll do it over the sink so I don't make a mess. Put flour like right on the because you're gonna slide it. You're gonna slide the pizza dough, so it's gonna pick up all that flour and spread it. We'll go back over here to the pizza dough, and we're just gonna lift it with our finger. Look, lift with our finger, like so. And just like that. Stretch it a little bit more while it's on the pizza peel. Make sure it can slide off as well. Yep, it can slide off. See that? You want to hurry up and put the tomato sauce in there. Maybe stretch it a little bit more. Make it 12 inches. Make sure. Now hurry up and put the pizza sauce on there. Sorry about my camera angle. Because you got to do this quick. Put like 1 ladle pizza sauce. Start from the middle and then just go slowly. Slowly, slowly. Circular, 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 circular. Or just get it all with the pizza sauce. So to cover it up. No blotches and whatnot. Alright. Now I'm going to hurry up and put it in a pizza oven because the longer you wait, it's going to take a longer to, it will stick. So let's just throw it in the on the pizza steel. I have pizza steel in which I'm using. And let's just do a risk action, and there you go. It's in there. So we're going to put it in like 3 minutes. Echo, set timer for 3 minutes. Okay, now we're going to put some cheese on it. I guess we'll do it over here. And I'm using whole milk mozzarella cheese. Make sure it's whole milk. Usually I put Parmesan cheese down there first, but I ran out. Say this is about 3 ounces or so. If you need to measure, just fill up your pizza to your liking. Some people like their pizza extra cheesy. I'm gonna put some pepperonis on there. I don't have many left. The last of my pepperoni. I want it to look pretty. I'm doing a show here. And also I got some sun-dried tomatoes. I'm going to put on some sun-dried tomatoes. This is extra virgin olive oil, and let's coat the crust so it gets a nice tone to it. Nice little golden tone to it, and we can pour the rest in there because poured right on top of the pizza. There we go. All right, now we're going to stick it back in the oven for another 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes.
Depending on how crispy you like it.
And I'm using pizza steel. Whoa. I'm using pizza steel, see? You can either use pizza stone or pizza steel. I'm using pizza steel. I forgot to mention, before you cook your pizza in your kitchen oven, make sure you preheat your oven to 550 degrees Fahrenheit or the highest temperature of your kitchen oven. And while you let it preheat to 45 minutes to 1 hour, make sure you have the pizza steel or pizza stone in the oven while it's preheating, and then you can proceed and cook your pizza. And now it's ready. All right, we're gonna let it rest for about 3 minutes so we can eat it. Oh, hear that crunch? There you go. A little Parmesan cheese on that. I have hot pepper, but I don't want it I'm not in the mood for anything spicy. And some good old oregano. And I'm going to wait 3 minutes and dive into it. Okay, let's slice into it. Going to be rather larger slices, or just, it's like a medium-sized pizza. Put it on a plate. I'm personally starving here. All right, here we go. The moment of the truth. Kind of the way I stretched this pizza dough, I did it like New York style. But it's a combo of Neapolitan style and New York style. On a scale of 1 to 5, on a scale of 1 to 5, I give this a solid 4.5. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Come!